How you doing, guys, and welcome to my video. This video is about my movie rankings on Jurassic Era movies, Jurassic Park trilogy 1, 2, 3, Jurassic World trilogy, Jurassic World for Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic World Dominion. So overall, the franchise, I think everybody has this number one from this Jurassic Era movies locked. This is number one. Number two, I have it as lock as well. 3 through 6 is like a juggling mix. This franchise would have been such a fantastic franchise turned into like a out of sorts complicated franchise because of the storyline and the messy plots and everything on and on and on. But without further ado, let's get to the rankings. Number 6, I had Jurassic Park 3. This one is darker, faster, more compact story, but this movie turned out to be less of a body in terms of work, like unhappy script. It's scary, fun enough movie to watch, but I thought this one was at the low point. I thought it was a washed up movie, completely ran out of magic. The special effects in this movie were really aged and old. So I thought this movie was the decline from the first movie. I thought this movie was at the lowest point, absolute decline from its predecessor. So I have Jurassic Park 3 number 6. Number 5, I have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Coming off of Jurassic World, I thought this movie is going to be very promising coming off of the Jurassic World. But this movie turned out to be like a mixed feelings. Like, felt disappointed a little. Like the Isla Nublar setting, I thought they're gonna have more set and action at Isla Nublar until it was a volcanic eruption. It was like 40 minutes or so. They were there, the gang and everybody, all the dinosaurs are there. Then move on to this mansion and have like a black marketing cell and like basically it's a horror show of Indoraptor. It just, why all of a sudden they turn into this out of like completely like out of the line storyline and plot. Like Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard were doing their things. I like their chemistry and everything, but just why make it so out of order instead of so out of like the line? And they could have done more simplistic and like clear result that translates better in the next one. Instead, this one made it so like very complicated and just out of the line. And number 4, I have The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Like, overall, I like this movie a lot, and I thought about putting it in number 3. I put it in number 4, but why all of a sudden they reshaped the cast? Like, not bringing back Sam Neill and Laura Dern, only Jeff Goldblum's one stays. They bring in Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn. I like those too, but like, this is all about animal cruelty. It's like a lot of mean people. Like, script from this movie wasn't structurally compelling. Thought this movie was bigger in terms of dinosaur action scale compared to Jurassic Park. Thought it was compelling, thrilling, and breathtaking. Definitely Jeff Goldblum's snarky demeanor draws the best attention in this film. Once it shifts to San Diego, then T-Rex making all those destruction and mayhem throughout the city, probably the very entertaining and exciting moment during the film. But in totality, this movie was imperfect, didn't surpass the first one by completely a lot. Could have used more spark and cohesiveness to it. Just this one couldn't take advantage of it and excel the film all around from its predecessor, which was Jurassic Park. Number 3, I got Jurassic World Dominion. Now, this movie had a lot of negative reviews, and the lowest rated in terms of Rotten Tomato meter is very rotten in this movie, but it's still entertaining, thrilling, and intense movie. But this one trying to clean up the mistake from this previous movie, which was Fallen Kingdom, and mistakes and holes shown from this movie. They try to cover up bring back the old cast, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. They're nice, brought back some great nostalgia to it, but just didn't quite cover up the entirety of the mistakes. The chemistry from the old cast to Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, they're pretty fine with it, but it's long, fly slow overall. Like when the action gets going, then it gets slow, like a lot. Then once the action happens and slow, it's kind of like that. The story overall, it was kind of unbalanced, and why they bring this, like in terms of corporation, like should have been like dinosaurs trying to extinct human race instead of like more like a biological experiment and threat. Just didn't like that element in the storytelling. So overall, I liked the movie, but it made it so complicated and out of whack again. Definitely the CG, VFX were great, sound design was terrific. But in totality, this one didn't quite brought the great magic and satisfaction or fruition at the highest level compared to the predecessor Jurassic Park. Number two, Jurassic World. This one is a fantastic reboot. This added a new blood and huge dynamics compared to Jurassic Park. It won't pass Jurassic Park for sure, definitely, but it made it more scarier, intense. Like many different kind of dinosaurs appear in this movie that brought a really great generational feel and nostalgia to it. Like draw back the phenomenal invention from Jurassic Park. Chris Pratt, love him, his appearance, his characteristic. Bryce Dallas Howard, she was tremendous. Like overall, very intense, out of like destruction, great Jurassic movie. This one I enjoy so much. And number one, Era has this as number one for sure, definitely must be Jurassic Park. Just a great origin story. It's This movie is so relatable to everybody. Deliver a spectacular magic, and it's such a great cinematic, majestic, landmarking film that brought by Steven Spielberg, and this one is such a tremendous classic to this day. And like the fact that Steven Spielberg brought the like a Jaws element to it, like they make it like so scarier and intense and horror fry. Reminds me of Jaws a little bit, and I like the fact that the CGI and VFX are so beautifully done. In movie history, this was like the magic and great illumination that this movie brought to this world, and this movie is, no matter what, is number one. So there you have it. That's my movie rankings on Jurassic Era movies. In totality, overall, this franchise potential would have been so much higher. The ceiling would have been beyond the roofs. Instead, with all the uninspiring and like messy storyline and plots, and how they kind of created this complicated, out of order storyline, those were disappointing. So the fact that this franchise would have been so great, instead of like a lot of mixed bags and like just uneven feel to it, but you still enjoy all the dinosaur actions and mayhems that occur from this franchise, so that's a good thing. So what do you think about the rankings? Please leave your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and see you in the next one.